Welcome back guys, FrostyBacon here. Welcome to FrostPunk. So what is FrostPunk? That's the first question, right? So FrostPunk is a survival city builder strategy simulation game, right? Okay, so city builders, most of you guys would have played city builders, I assume, by this point. What makes this one different is that there's a constant threat. And that being the cold, hence the name FrostPunk, right? Hence the name FrostPunk. So it was released in April 25th, actually, 2018, so just over a month ago now. 11-Bit Studios is the developer and the publisher. The reason why I'm doing a video about it now is, firstly, I've got time. And secondly, they just released a survival mode, which I won't be playing, but they did release a survival mode. So Frostpunk, I see not a lot of you have it on Steam wishlists, which is kind of weird, I thought, because I thought it'd be a game that a lot of you guys would actually like, so I thought I'll show it to you. And I got a couple of guys at work that wanted to see it as well, so this video is for them, basically, as well. Alright, so let's start off. Very positive reviews on Steam, over 10,000 reviews, and we're in the very positive category, so that's obviously good. Critic reviews up at 84, so that's obviously good. As much weight as critic scores actually hold these days. But more importantly, I guess the user score is at 8.5 out of 10, so very, very good. Price point for me, being in New Zealand, it's $36.99. So it's about half the price, or just under half the price of a AAA game, so pretty decent on the price point there. So far, I've put about 20 hours into the game. Value for money? Yeah, nah, I don't know. Up to you on that one. So that's all the good stuff. The only negative, and I really do mean the only negative that I can find with FrostPunk, is it does not have an unending mode. And I'll show you what I mean. So I'll jump in here. Obviously, main menu. So select scenario. So the main hope is a new home, is the main storyline, right? Which caps out at day 45, I believe it is. And then there's the Arcs, which is another story mode. And then there's the Refugees, which is another story mode. Again, there is no unending. So with a city builder survival type game, the thing that most people want, and I wanted anyway from this game, was how long could I actually keep this settlement alive for? Like how many days could we stay alive? This doesn't do that. Each of these are predetermined at a finishing point. So I believe it is day 45 is the finishing point on that one there. I think the other ones are exactly the same. I've done that one, I've done that one. I've basically got up to the end of that one and died basically a couple of days before. I hadn't had a chance to go back to it yet. So like I say, I put about 20 hours into it, so a few hours down to each. I've done the main story twice, one with each. There's two different options you can go down when you get to about halfway point. You can either go with a military style rule, or you can go with a religious style rule. We'll show you that as the story goes along anyway. So I've done it with both. So I thought it was pretty fun. Anyway, I really like the style. It's very steampunky style. Let's jump in. So this is a survival mode. Basically what that does is, this is a new thing. It's only just come out this week, which basically means you cannot pause the game, and there's no saves, basically. And it's also upped the game default difficulty to make it a lot harder. We're not going to be playing on that. And you might be thinking, why would you want to pause the game? And I'll show you why, because, yeah, you want to be pausing this game, right? So New Hope, we will just be playing on, I think it's normal, medium. Okay, that's cool. So we'll just be playing on medium, just so I can show you guys, what the game's all about and all that type of stuff. Graphically, it's really amazing. I love the sound, I love the music, I love everything about this game, except for the fact that it ends. That's like the worst criticism I can have for this game, is that it actually ends. There's not enough of it at this stage. But it's on their roadmap. It's on their roadmap of things to come out. And so far, they've been living up to the roadmap, which is good. The survival mode was planned to come out. It did come out. That's always a good start, right? Always a good start. So I will shut up once this introduction bit actually starts, because I do think you need to watch this, because it just kind of sets the tone for the game. Here we go. Shut up, Sly.
Roam the still, cold world. No horizon in sight. The rulers of old, stripped pride and glory. It feels as yesterday we were turning the wheels of progress, until the frost stopped it all, suddenly, without a warning. When tides had changed, they changed for all of us, no matter wealth or class. We've lost our world to snow, and with it, our last traces of humanity. We bid farewell to plenty, for those who remained came the time to adapt. We decided to leave our homes and head north. We roamed for weeks, maybe months, leaving behind all the things we once believed had made us. It was hope that pushed us forward. Slowly, step by step, we knew the cost of our journey, and we paid the price 100 times. Finally, the time has come to build the last city on Earth.
Right. So that sets the scene, right? Catastrophic thing, need to build a home, need to survive, blah, blah. Found this big generator, that's what keeps us warm, right? In the days they're cold, boys, they're cold, and they get colder and colder and colder. I think the final, the big storm that comes in, which is your in-game event, the temperature gets down to minus 150 for 5 days straight or something. It's ridiculous. It's so hard to survive it, but here we are. We won't read all that, that's fine, you can read that if you like. So yeah, this is our starting point. So I'll try and take this a wee bit slower than what I probably normally would. So yeah, we will actually be pausing to start off with. So fight the gold. So basically we need to get a stockpile of some coal and stuff like that started, of course. Right, so this is our generator, right? So that runs on coal, as you would imagine. It runs on coal. So to get coal, there's different options. There's piles of coal over here, which of course these are a finite resource, so these actually run out relatively quickly, I do have to say as well. Same goes for wood, steel, everything else, and these will be sections over this side. Now there is technologies. Where are we? No, that's laws, economy. I can't do technologies yet because they don't unlock the building. All right, so there is technologies which allows you to research mining buildings and foresting buildings and wall drills, I should say, which drill into the wall and get resources out of the walls and all that type of stuff. So there is that type of technology, which obviously that's what you need to head towards to actually be able to survive. Because these, like I said, these are a finite resource and will run out very quickly. There is some frozen trees down here as well. That's another research thing you can do, but again, these will run out. The only ones who don't run out is the wall drill. If you drill into the wall, and then of course the mining things, which is these ones here, and I believe that should be an ore one. Yeah, ore deposit into the wall, yeah, all that type of stuff. So you can obviously got to build on those as well. The other thing we need to do, I don't actually know if we'll get there this episode. I kind of hope we do. I should probably do stuff so we can actually continue. Anyway, you can send out scouts out into the actual world to find stuff for you. So you find more survivors, you find resources, you find stuff out in that. You've got to go and do that before, obviously, the thing actually, the big cold stormy actually turns up. So this is to turn this on, and obviously there's different levels for your steam. This is obviously produces a heat map, which, here we go. That's the heat map at the moment. Obviously, I don't have the generator running, so there is no heat being generated by the generator. And of course, the colder it gets, the less range that heat thing actually has. It's pretty cool, boys. It's pretty cool. Right, so let's go into the construction screen. Obviously, tenting for health. Houses, sorry. Health, you've got a medical post, because obviously people get sick in the cold. Hunters for food, cookhouse to cook, said food. Resource, so we've got a gathering post. Gathering post is basically what I start off with, so we've just basically put that down there. So what this does is this building collects anything within its radius, right? Now you've got to build roads as well, which of course costs trees. So you start here, and drag that over. Right, so that's set a road point, so the guys will actually build that road during the night and stuff like that. So they'll sort that out. Where we tech, we need to get a workshop up. That's how we get our research technology and that type of stuff. So at the moment we can't really do anything. So this is being built, right? So what I'm going to do is, you don't need to do this building. You can just set guys to farm and stuff like that. So we've got 15 workers going to that one, which is a coal mine, because we need coal. Coal is obviously very important, so we're going to do 2. You see down here we've got 35 out of 80 workers. We're going to use most of them. Basically I'm going to let this build. I might do one more, because I'm going to need wood. I'll do one more. So I've got wood. I've got 20 left, 20 guys left. And basically all we do is then go fast forward. That's how you play, boys. That's how you play. I don't usually pause. I just usually go normal speed. But I will pause because it's easier while I'm talking. So obviously this is built now, but we need to put some people into it. So we'll put our workers in, and then we'll finish it off with engineers. Engineers, as you might expect, are needed for different things such as like technologies and things like that, you need engineers. Standard workers don't do it. You got to have your engineers to do that. You can't train engineers or anything like that. The way to get more engineers is to go out into the world and find them, basically. And so you got it. Right, so that's a wood crate. So wood's obviously important at this stage. So I'll grab some more there. I'll swing down here so we can actually have a look. I think that's about as close as we can get. I don't know if we can actually get closer. No, it's as close as we can get. It's, you know, it's very steampunky. I wonder if we can get close. I just don't know how. Possibly, quite possibly. But it's very steampunky. I really like it, right? Now, of course, we don't work non-stop. The boys don't work non-stop. A word of advice, work is needed. There's so much to do and not enough hands to do it. A quick way to address this problem is to put children to work. Oh, open book of laws, boys. So here's our book of laws. So everything we sign off, as far as like government policies, that type of thing, is signed off in this screen here. So you basically have a couple of options on each one, and then obviously they lead into different paths depending on which one you pick. All that type of stuff. There's like healthcare, fighting, that's for thingy, food, emergency shifts so you can make guys work for longer. The work shift, I believe, is like 7 AM to 7 PM, something like that. But you can make them work 24-hour shifts if you want to. And of course, they don't like it if you do that. So we can make children work, but we can only give them child-safe jobs. So that's this one. What will happen is children can be worked in safe workplaces, but your hope will fall slightly, and children workers can be injured, of course. We can also do this one, which basically means that during the day, instead of children being at work, they go into shelters. So they're not working at all. So we have to build, obviously, a child shelter for that to take effect. Our hope will rise. Blah, blah, put that, blah, blah. Yes, we've got to build all that. So easiest way to do it, I found, is just make children work. Ain't no free rides down here, boy. So we've got this hope and discontent bar. Basically, once these get up to full, there's trouble, right? There's a trouble brewing, and you've got to sort it out. You've got to sort it out. So basically, that's given us another 15 or so workers. So we can put the children to work over here collecting stuff. Thanks, boys. So that's used up all our workers again. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, so we'll continue on. And try and get up to like day 10 or something maybe in this video. We'll see how we go. Let's show you. I want to get the tech up and I want to get buildings and stuff up like that. So it's 6 o'clock at night is when they run out. So now it's our civilization people. Our population's free time. That's the word for it. Thanks. Right, so we've got another thing. No roof over our heads. So this is one of the quests and stuff we get. So different options within each quest line. So this one here, if we provide shelter for 40 people, we get a wee bit of hope and a wee bit of discontent will go down. If we provide shelter for everybody, which is 80 people, it'll go down by a lot more. So we can do that one, or we can just say, nah, not right now. We're going to do shelter for everybody because I'm pretty confident we can get there. We've got 127 wood, which is quite a bit. So what we're going to do is build some tents. Now, tents need to be heated, right? It's no point having a home if it's cold. So we're going to try and build them around this. What we want to try and do is put like a housing quarter, I guess is the easiest way to describe it. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can do 7 and 8. We'll do that way. So now there's going to be houses around everyone. And we've got enough wood left over as well. And we also want to start our tech line, so we're going to start building this. This one doesn't need to be as heated, so it can definitely go back into a second line. Put it there. It's already on an established road and that type of stuff, so that's fine. What we're going to have to do is, once this is finished, is we're going to have to pull... we're going to have to pull some workers out of here, engineers, sorry, and put them into this. We're also going to start our hunting lodges. I'll do that out this way. The cookhouse does need to be heated, so I'm kind of bearing that in mind. I kind of think I stuffed this up a wee bit. That's all good. We can fix it, boys. Nothing has to be perfect. The heating is off. Yeah, it's fine. Actually, we'll turn it on. We'll turn it on so now I can show you what the heat map and stuff looks like. Right, so our generator is now on, obviously starting to produce heat. As you can see here, it's starting to rise up in temperature and stuff like that. Yeah. So that was about food. We've already got a hunting lodge underway, but we need to get enough wood to build our actual cookhouse and stuff like that. This is basically saying follow what the crowd wants you to do. End of the day, that's what it's saying. You don't have to, of course. If you want to, you can. Don't have to. Right, fast forward. 20 houses. Right, everybody's home. Nice. So our hope rises now because we fulfilled our promise of providing everybody with shelter. So that's good. Let's pause that for a second while the heating is on. So as you can see now, all these are heated. Up to a comfortable level, which is awesome. If I turn the heating off, obviously that'll go down. And the colder it is out here, so it's minus 20 at the moment. The colder it is out here, obviously the less heat gets radiated from this thing. Or gets pushed back, I suppose. And when it gets real cold, even these ones that are right around it don't get heated unless you crack this thing into overdrive. Which there is an overdrive button. if you crank that overdrive, it will produce extra heat, so you can do that as well. So we had some engineers floating around somewhere. Where did I put them? There. So we'll take them all out of there for now. Smack that in. So now we've got research available. Or we will in the morning. It's closed at the moment. It's night time. So this is for hunters. So you just want to put workers into that one. You don't want to put anything extra. So I'm just going to grab 5 off there. And I'm going to grab 5 off each one of these coals. Trying to just extend the life of these coals. That one's only actually got 10 on it anyway. Right, so that's hunters. Hunters only hunt at night time. Bang. So once daytime comes, which is about to start again, we'll obviously get our technologies up and running, and I'm going to build a cookhouse so we can start cooking food. This is our raw food. This is our food rations. So obviously raw food gets turned into food rations. You can extend those rations by making the food into like soup, or you can add sawdust to the food, which again extends it. But if you do that, soup or the extended rations, obviously your population doesn't like that very much. So yeah, I should go through this as well up here. Coal, of course, pretty self-explanatory, but I'll go through it anyway. Coal, wood, steel, and steam cores. Steam cores are used for making automatrons or something like that. Big robots that basically do things for you. I'll show you if we ever get up to that stage. Right, so we've got laws. A new law, sorry. Have I got time? Yeah, I do. Okay, cool. So we've signed that one before, right? Now we can do this one, which makes children labour. We can put them into everything. We can do this is the food ones I was talking about. So here's the soup. As you can see, our hope will drop, our discontent will drop, and eating soup will cause discontent as well. Or we can do the food editors one, which our hope will fall, blah blah blah. Right. So this is basically adding sawdust to our meals, whereas this is turning our food into soup, and that's the way to go. You've got to do soup, or else it's so hard to keep up the food. Right, and this is our technologies, thanks. So we've got heating, which we can make steam hubs. So basically what that does is put a big like steam vent out wherever we build it. So obviously, and that radiates out a wee pattern around that as well. So that's one way to extend your heat range. You can put heaters into buildings, and obviously that gets heat range as well. Exploration, so this beacon is what we need to be able to send out like a research party or an exploration party to go out and find other people and resources and stuff. We need to build that one first. So this is how we get gathering. I'm going to do faster gathering first. That's what we'll start on. Sorry, I didn't actually mean to close that. That's all good. So faster gathering. This is how we get coal out of the ground. This is coal thumping. So it's basically a big machine that goes bang, 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 bang on the floor. Gets the coal out, and then guys go and pick it up. Again, you go down further. This is a coal mine, which actually goes onto one of those coal deposits. Steam mines and all that type of stuff. A sawmill, that was for the woods that's down here frozen. Can we just... You won't let me get out, thanks. But this is one we want to go to, like a wall drill. So that, again, like I said, that's an unending supply of that, of timber. So you want that into a wall. The steelworks obviously picks up iron and stuff like that out of iron deposits and things like that as well. Food. So hunters, this will give our hunters more food, and they can bring back more food every time. Hunting tactics means there's less hunters required to fill out a building. Flying hunters obviously can go further and collect more food. Hunting gear and stuff like that as well. Cookhouses, all this type of thing. So you can actually grow stuff indoors if you want to, which is that line down there, if you go that way. Bunkhouses, houses are better insulated than tents are, which is what we're currently using at the moment. So obviously you don't need as much heating to heat those. All that type of stuff. It's such a good game, guys. Such a good game. There's so much to go through. I'm definitely not getting through it all this episode. I was really hoping to do a 20-minute episode. I'm going to have to push it out to half an hour. Just so we can actually see things. We can get down there, actually. I don't know if there's a way to get in closer, but I really love like the steampunky look to everything, you know? It's so cool. Probably doesn't do it justice watching it from me re-rendering the video and stuff like that, but that's such a cool looking game. I absolutely love this game. Like I said, there is some issues with it. The unending thing is probably the biggest deal for me anyway. This family was torn apart. A woman came forward after we built the workshop. She said that her husband and daughter didn't reach the city with the main group, but she's sure they're still out there somewhere. So she wants to go hunting, right? Or looking, I suppose. We need to build a cookhouse as well, so let's do that. Cookhouse needs to be heated. So we'll get that up and running. We've got 4 sick people as well. So we need to start looking towards getting up a infirmary or medical hut or whatever it's called. So this child got hurt while he was working, so we can give him the day off, which will increase our hope. Or we can just smack him around the head, get back to work, you little bugger. So we'll give him the day off. We'll try and be nice about it, right? Try and be nice. Some tough decisions need to be made during this, guys. We're trying to survive here, so, you know, some people won't survive as well as others. Let's just say that. Alright, fast forward. Alright, faster gathering is research, which of course means we're going to gather faster. as the name would suggest, right? As the name would suggest. Right, we'll get our beacon up and running. So then we can go send out a search party, go and try and find some people. As you can see, it's 9 out of 15, 10 out of 15. That means obviously that they aren't full. There's 10 out of 10 starting to work on, well, they will start to work on that now once night time begins. Yep, exactly as they're starting. So our hunters should be off trying to find us some food, which they are. Right, we need to grab, let's grab some, I think we can do children into the cookhouse. I believe you can. Yep, you certainly can. And we'll cook soup. So instead of getting 4 rations of food for every 2 food, we'll get 5. So we'll get an extra ration of food out of our raw food, which is good. Another book of laws. So what are we going to do this time? So we've done the soup. So we can do how we're going to dispose of our dead. We can do that. What are we going to do with our injured? This one here increases our hope and stuff like that. Like I said, emergency shift is where we can force people to work overtime if we want to. But of course, people don't like when we do that. But you kind of got to. So, yeah. At some stages, we're kind of okay at the moment, so it's a good. This is working fine. Everybody's on free time at the moment, that's why. Yep, right, fast forward. Nice. Okay, I want to get this beacon up so I can show you guys what the other part of the map actually looks like. Decent amount of coal and stuff at the moment. Wood and steel's fine. Steel's one of the worst things to get. It takes so long to get it out of like steel thing deposits and stuff like that. It takes forever, man. It takes, it's ridiculous. It's one of the ones you've got to get up early, or else you're just starving for steel the whole time. But another child's been injured. Give them the day off as well. God damn, it's so nice. I was in the cookhouse in all places. Take the children out of that one. I need food, basically. So they need to continue on cooking. Now you can, if you really want to be micromanagey about it, like turn this off, because there's nobody actually in those buildings during the day and that type of thing. You can do that if you want to. It's a bit too much for me. It's a bit too much for me. Right, our beacon is researched. Nice. So we'll go over here. So we need to build that beacon. It doesn't need to be heated, so it can just literally be anywhere. Let's stick it as... You don't want to like block those off, so don't do it there. Build it over here, and then we'll build a road, because it needs to have a road. There you go. So that's done. So what have we done? Wood crates have been depleted, so that's the ones that were over here, and our beacon research. So basically all we'll do is we'll take the guys that were there, we'll chuck them in there. I was going to say we might chuck them into the beacon, but no, we'll wait. So that's done. Now we can start to look towards this or this. Basically what I've found is you just need to pick one and stick with it. Whether you go with heaters or whether you go with steam hubs. I do find steam hubs better. I'm actually going to do steelworks, to be honest. Let's get that up and running. Because like I said, steel becomes a major issue later on. So if I can get that up and running early, that'd be really good. You see up here, our food's actually becoming really full, which is awesome. So what we need to do is obviously grab a resource depot, which is obviously a place that can store resources, as the name would suggest. So we'll stick that just down. Where's that road going? We'll stick that down here. Oh, there's fine. And we need to connect those roads together as well. There we go. So we'll make that... It's better to do... We can do either, but it's better to do it that one, because you can store, obviously, that's 5, each one of those is 5 worth of food, whereas that's only 1 food. So we will do that once we have time. I've got 1 extra dude as well somewhere. That steel wreckage is depleted, that's gone. Guys, how are we looking over here? We've got 42 trees, 81 trees, 5 there, okay. Steel over this side, let's chuck some dudes over there. Bit of extra coal, no I can't do anything yet. Beacon, we've built the beacon, nice. Right, so the beacon goes up and now we can like explore the rest of the world. We can send dudes out. You can build outposts and stuff out there which like give you free coal and things like that. It's so cool. It's really an in-depth game. It just doesn't last long enough, in my opinion anyway. I mean, a game... Like the first time I beat it, I probably played... It was probably 3 hours maybe for the first campaign. The second time I beat it was probably like an hour and a quarter, something like that. It was relatively quick because I can just fast forward most of the way through it. I need to actually get some scouts first. We need 5 citizens. That must be all children. It is. Okay, so let's grab... Out of the way, please. Where can I stick children? There. No, that's... Oh, sorry, there. Yep, take those workers out, because I want those guys to go out and explore. And then we'll go down... Oh, this one. So we've created our scouts now, or our team. So this is basically the world map. there's only 2 points of interest at the moment because that's all we've found so far. So we're going to just send these dudes over here. And they obviously take time. It takes them almost 11 hours to get there. We'll see what they can come up with for us. See what they can find out in the snowy fields. Right, we're going to do some more laws. We did that one last time. I can bring that up again if I wanted to, but I don't think so. So now we need to decide, are we going to do radical treatments, which basically means chop limbs off? Or we're going to do sustain life, which basically means we'll try and keep people alive as long as possible, like in another building and that type of thing. The gravely ill will not be treated and remain a burden. Yeah. I think... we'll go with radical treatment. Start chopping limbs off and stuff if we need to. Obviously, you know, because it's so cold, people get frostbite and things like that. So, yeah. I'm going to build a steam hub somewhere, so I'm just not sure exactly where. I need this where I can see it. Right, it's going there, apparently. Right, 5, that's all good. How are we doing? Coal-wise is good. Do we build that thing as well? Nearly. Right, let's fast forward on that one. Right, so that's done. Now we can decide, obviously, what we want to store in there. At this stage, food rations is the only thing we're maxing out on, so let's grab that. Right, our medical hut is there. Again, we need engineers, because, you know, you don't want standard old workers in there, right? Right, engineers, so they can start healing people. Why is everybody so hungry? We've got so much food. We'll chuck some children in there. They can continue working. Well, we're doing alright so far, boys. Everything's going pretty well. Swing in here and listen to the chatter. No, oh, right. No, everybody's good now. Everybody who is ill is being treated. Oh, there's some more people got sick again. Gosh dang it. Alright, we're down to minus 40 degrees. Let's have a look at that heat map. See? See, it's blue. It's so chilly, right? I didn't change anything. I need to deal with that. But so what we can do to try and deal with that if we want to is we can hit the overdrive. See, now this is obviously consuming a lot more coal to keep the thing burning really fast, but it has heated these. So we're going to do that. You got to keep an eye on that overdrive or it will shut down your thing. We'll shut down your what's it called? Stack thing. I can't remember what it's bloody called. That thing. Right. I'm gonna start to look towards technologies. I'm gonna get that if I can. Oh, I kind of need to get this sawmill up. We need to do this really. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna do that. Try and get up to the next level technology. Try and skip a level if we can. See, this is too cold, so it's not actually building anything in there at the moment, which is kind of sucky. Steelworks, once we get enough wood, we can do that. Oh, these guys have made their thing. Oh, they found some survivors, which is cool. So this is one way, the main way, really, to increase our population. So we can either escort them back to the settlement, or we can just send them on their way. We're going to escort them back, make sure they get back, because we do actually need people. Yeah, he's coming back. Cool. I like it. I like it. What have we got? Double rations for kids. Hope will rise if we do that. Let's give double ration to the kiddies. Why not? Yeah, see, this is too cold. I can't deal with it. I'm just gonna have to be what it is. What do you want? The dangers of... Alright, that dude's got frostbite. He's gonna lose some limbs. All good. Well, it's not all good for him, I suppose. Sucks for him, I guess. Right, those guys are maxed out. I've got extra people, so I might as well chuck them in. Basically, I just need wood. Oh, we've got a lot of new people now. Nice. It's our first lot of people. Nice. So obviously now we need to build shelters and stuff for them, and obviously we need to be generating enough food and stuff for them to be able to survive as well. We will look for the others. So there's plenty of places we can go. As you can see, because we've found that, you know, we've discovered more places, and that just continues on and on and on. We will send them there though. Awesome. I think that's where we're going to wrap up, guys, because this is like half an hour. This video went so fast for me. We've really done nothing. We've really, literally done nothing. But hopefully it's a wee peak at FrostPunk for you guys. And hopefully, maybe it will spark a little bit of interest. Because, like I say, I've really been enjoying the game. So hopefully some of you guys would as well. Alright, guys, that's where we're going to wrap up this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time.